This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
Hello, listeners, and welcome back to another episode of the Icon Podcast. I'm your host, Gianna, and big thank you to Sphere Rocket VA for making another episode possible. We just reached over 100 episodes, so without them, this level of production would just be impossible. And I'm super excited to get to talk to Michael today. Michael, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Gianna. Nice to be here.
It's exciting. We're excited to get to know you and hear your story. And I guess that being said, let's jump right into it. You know, who are you? Where are you from? And how did you find yourself a real estate agent?
Those are good questions. I love asking everybody that question because very few people start out in real estate from the very beginning, right?
Right.
So I was actually in the home furnishings business for 25 years. Mm-hmm. And my last 15 running CEO for companies like Broyhill, Pennsylvania House, and Calvin Klein Home Furnishings.
Awesome.
And my wife, Karen, was already in real estate with RE/MAX for a number of years and called me one time when I was on the road and said, I need help. So I said, okay, I think I could probably put signs in the yard and not screw that up. And joined her and gave up a pretty good job. But I was tired of traveling. And, you know, I was at the point in my career, I really wanted to help people and make a difference. And that's really why I made the move, because I feel like real estate is a vocation that you just happen to get paid for.
Right. Absolutely. And, you know, Michael, your wife wasn't with EXP, right? So how did you come across EXP as a brokerage and make that switch?
So when I actually got my real estate license, Karen was still with RE/MAX. And so I joined there for about 2 years. And our last year there, we literally left about 50 grand on the table with RE/MAX because you never get to 100% there. You go to 95. Right. And I just said, you know, this is not the Red Cross. We're not doing this for free. So we decided to do our research, and we actually know quite a few EXP agents because of our affiliation with the Tom Ferry Coaching Network. And one of those was Kyle Whistle. Mm-hmm. And so we actually reached out to Kyle, Karen did. And after talking to him, you know, it was a slam dunk. It was a slam dunk because when we heard what it was doing for him and our relationship with him and what he could do to help us, it was an easy decision.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And, you know, Michael, what makes you say I am never leaving EXP? Because we've got, you know, stock options, rev share, collaboration.
It's much more than that for us, though, Gianna, honestly. When we first joined, all that was really kind of cool, right, to hear about. But when we got involved in this, it was the whole sense of community, the amount of sharing, the unselfish sharing of information. And just really made the difference. But the reason we would never leave is this has an exit strategy, right? I don't know of any other brokerages, unless someone knocked off EXP like a Real or somebody like that, who really has an exit strategy. And, you know, some of these realtors put 25, 30 years in. At the end of their career, all they have is a database to try to sell to somebody. We got a lot more.
Absolutely. And Michael, you know, obviously you stay busy. You're in the business with your wife. You got a lot going on. How do you take care of Michael, right? How do you make sure that you're not on burnout mode and that you can present your best self to your clients at all times if possible?
Yeah. So I have a pretty solid regimen I follow every single day, 7 days a week. I'm up at 5 to 5:30. Wow. I do sit-ups, push-ups, leg lifts. I run about 2 miles, walk, to be honest with you. I do a combination, and then do some light weights and get back, have a good breakfast, have some reflection time, some affirmation time, and then I just dive into the work of the day so that I am free and clear to hit my schedule as I've set it up. And yeah, it works great.
That's awesome. So that's great. You take care of yourself, you invest in your health, you have a routine, and that's great. And it, keeps you balanced and the best you could be at all times if possible. And Michael, I'd like to kind of focus now on the Icon Award, but I want to see it through your eyes, right? So this is kind of a 3-part question. And the first part of the question is going to be, how many houses did you have to sell in your area? We don't have to talk like exact crazy numbers, but, about how many houses did you have to sell to become an icon?
So in our market, the average price is about $280,000 in Greensboro.
Mm-hmm.
We service Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem. It's called the Triad. There's about 600,000 people in that market. And so basically we look at, on our business plan, 10 homes, because Karen and I are, that's the other beauty about EXP. As a married couple, it's one. So, we have to sell 10 homes to cap.
Mm-hmm.
So we capped in the last 2 years in less than 2 months. And so then we have to sell 20 homes. And I work with a number of investors, and some of them we're looking at, short sales foreclosures or pre-foreclosure homes. And we're buying those for $30,000-$40,000 and turning them into a flip. So it's pretty easy to get to that next 20. And Karen's been at it 16 years. She's got a little different clientele. The numbers in terms of units are not as high, but the terms of dollars per unit very high. So we get to, we've got the Icon the last 2 years in less than 6 months.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's, and then that gives you a lot of time to pour back into, your team or your downline or people that you're mentoring or even yourself and being coached. And I think that, hitting Icon so quickly is so nice because you're like, boom, out of the way, done. Now what else can I focus on? It's a continuous learning process. There's a never ending opportunity here.
That's right. And we do pour into our downline. We have about 60 that are very active participants with us in 3 times a week training. We have quarterly events that we invite them to. We have semi-annual large events. We're about to partake in one in 2 weeks where we have about 150 local agents come in and listen to a couple just killer speakers. So we're pouring into them on a regular basis, and we do business planning with them in October, so we can set their plan for 23 this coming October. We'll do financial plans for them. So yeah, it's all about giving back.
I agree. It's incredible. One of the first icons I ever got the opportunity to interview, he left me with something that just speaks levels for EXP. It's at EXP, you learn, you earn, and then you return, investing back into those rookies. And I think it's awesome. And Michael, my next part of the question for the Icon Award is, anybody can hit the production of an Icon agent, but not everybody is granted the honor of being an Icon. They're vetted, for making sure that they are giving back to EXP culture and they're good people. So, what do you do? Do you vet other Icons? Do you teach the EXP world? Are you a mentor? What's your avenue?
Well, so as we have a philosophy in our group. We call our group the Prosperity Builders, which I love because everybody in the group can brand themselves and they affiliate with something like Prosperity Builders. It's not like they're joining a law firm. So we don't finish onboarding with an agent until they've made their first 4 sales. So we're with them right through those first 4 sales. And then if they're an experienced agent, we're sitting down with them and saying, okay, you're someone who's an easy capper. We got to put a business plan together. How are we going to make you an Icon agent? And if they're an Icon agent, how do we make you a general so that you can build your own team and create your own revenue share? So there's really 3 different ways that we're constantly working with the agents to help them grow and be successful.
Absolutely. That's incredible. That's a great way to be given back to EXP, and making sure that the company is set up for success as trailblazers. The icons are kind of at the head of the pack, and teaching the rookies in the back just to be just as strong. I mean, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And I think that, EXP's mission to make sure that there's training accessible to everyone from the best is just incredible.
Yeah. I remember, we obviously have a lot of relationships with Dan Beer because of his affiliation with Carl Whistle. And I remember Dan saying when he's talking to people about joining EXP, if they're worried about the cap amount, he doesn't want to talk to them, because if that's all they're joining EXP for, they're not going to be someone that's going to help somebody else at EXP. So we kind of have the same philosophy. When someone comes on thinking about joining us and they say, oh, well, wow, I could never be an icon. So you can be an icon if you dream about being an icon and you're willing to be coached to becoming an icon. If you're not willing to do that, then you might as well stay where you are.
Absolutely. If you don't want to improve, if you don't want to pick up the tools and really better yourself and, step your production up to the next level, you're right. Stay where you're at, because the competition here, it's fierce, but it's good in a way where it's like, hey, you want to match my production? Come and get me. Like a fun, competitive, we want to see everyone succeed environment. Right. And Michael, talking about the Icon Award, I want to know what your favorite part of it is. Is it the nice trophy you get? It's a good looking trophy. Is it the stock options that you get in return and your cap back? Is it the opportunity to go to EXPCon and shareholders, which is probably not, because you said that you're not too into traveling. You've retired of it. But I do want to know what your favorite aspect of the Icon Award is.
Well, I think it's because I get to set an example to the other agents. The award's nice. I mean, but I love what Albie says, Stasic, over in Cleveland. He said, I can't take that acrylic trophy to the bank and make a deposit, but I can do something with that stock, and I can do something with that revenue share. But for me, it's the fact that I am able to reach that goal, and I'm able to encourage others to advocate to get there and also reach that goal. So that for me is the win when I get that Icon Award, because then everybody knows he did it again. If he can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely. And, I've had a lot of people say that, it's pretty cool to see, everybody else rise up to the bar, because I've been able to hit Icon, and they say, if they can do it, I can do it. And it's not in a degrading way, but in a way where like you're inspiring people. Right. And it's incredible. And, Michael, for any rookies that may be watching right now, they see this Icon Award, but they also, they see that there's a lot of training to be done. They need to be focusing on, their upline, being coached, being mentored, and, maybe getting a pipeline going for their leads. Is the Icon Award something they should even focus on? And if it is something that they are relentless to focus on, what are some mistakes you've made in the past to fall short of being an icon that they can avoid?
Right. So, here's what we tell all of the agents who aspire for that. Yeah. You have to have your annual goal, and then you break that annual goal down into quarterly increments. And each quarter you always have rocks. Every quarter you come into something that's going to be a stumbling block. So what are those 2 rocks that you want to get past in the first quarter to help you stay on your target to reach your Icon Award? And then when you get to the second quarter, you set another set of a couple of goals to attain. And then you're building momentum, and then you're going to get there within the year, rather than trying to get 1 or 2 closings at the very end to try to attain that goal. And it's really amazing how the discipline, once it's instilled in these people, they see that it's not that hard if you stay on track and do your phone calls and do your lead generation and have the discipline each quarter. Then you're going to get there. Like I said, we got there 2 years in a row in 6 months. So it's not that hard if you have the discipline.
Absolutely. And that's incredible advice. Put your nose to the grindstone, sell houses like you signed up to do, and it'll come to you. Right. And Michael, for my final question, as somebody that came to EXP a little later in the game, or, was maybe on the fence at it at one point. You see the grass is greener at EXP, and because the grass is greener where you water it, obviously. But you hear negative things in the industry like, well, don't go over there. EXP is a cult. They're a pyramid scheme. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, and so forth. So, Michael, for somebody that's sitting on the ledge, or maybe if you could go back in time and talk to yourself that was maybe nervous about making the jump, what would you have to say?
Yeah, first, a great question, because we actually really did our research for probably about 4 months before we made the decision to come. So first of all, we have to be patient, because you want to do your due diligence. You want to make sure you're making the right decision, and you want to be totally committed if you're going to make that jump. But
Right.
Somebody that is thinking about it, then talk to some good EXP agents and really find out why they made the move, because everybody has different reasons. It could be the technology of the company. It could be the downline support they get. It could be that they really are interested in the passive income of the revenue share and the stock. There's lots of reasons, but you want to find out why are they intentional about it, and what is your goal in your career? Is it about how much money you make, or is it to be free, reach freedom, and you don't have to worry about being in production anymore with enough passive income? So it's really just aligning yourself with what you're looking for, and that's what we did. We looked in the mirror. What is really our objective here? What is EXP going to do? And bottom line is we came to the conclusion EXP provided the platform that we could build our business from. And so we didn't have all that busy work of creating websites and all those other things that you have to do. That's all there in the foundational elements of EXP. It's just a matter of where you want to take it.
Absolutely. That's great advice. Michael, we are coming up on just over 15 minutes here. I think it's been an awesome episode, and, really insightful and great for the rookies, to really learn. And like you said, do their due diligence, do the research. Ultimately, though, if you put the numbers down and compare it all, EXP is going to be very obvious choice for you. But, it's about what the right decision for you is. And if EXP isn't it, it's not a one size fits all, and that's okay. But is there anything that you'd like to leave the listeners with as we wrap up today?
I think the one lesson you can learn if you are thinking about joining EXP, or if you are joining EXP, is don't forget about the giving back part, because the more you give, the more you get back. And I think that's the culture at EXP. It's certainly the culture at our Prosperity Builders. The more you give, the more you'll get back, and you'll be rewarded. And that's not the reason you give back, but it's going to happen if you do.
Absolutely. Michael, thank you so much for your time today. And, if you guys are interested with working with Michael, you think that his goals align with yours, that he would be a great mentor, whatever else it is, reach out to him. We live in a metaverse. He'll be happy to talk, excited to share any news or thoughts and opinions he has about EXP.
Yeah. Thank you. I've really enjoyed this.
Me too, Michael. And we'll be seeing you at either Shareholders or EXPCon, okay?
Okay. Sounds good. Take care.
You too, Michael. Bye-bye.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success, and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.